Watch this. The backhand flick has a secret timing point most players miss. Hit it at the third bounce, and you'll punch down with zero wrist movement. This lesson focuses on the backhand punch technique. While it's used less frequently in modern play, it's still an essential skill to master. The punch relies on collision, similar to the forehand drive, especially with short pips or other pimpled rubbers. The key concept is contacting the ball at the third point of the bounce, which is the highest point.
只要涉及到撞击呢，确实是可以拿这个第三点，也就是拿球有，就是所有球，你看啊，这是第一跳、第二跳、第三跳，也就是第三点是最高点。
This is the best point to press downward. It differs from the rip or backhand drive, which take the second point, and the loop, which takes the fourth point. The punch must be struck precisely at the third point, the highest point pressing downward. Why? At the second point, the ball is only net height, so punching down causes net errors, and punching forward has no power and high error rates. So for the punch, always take the third point and press down from above. Notice the technique involves storing energy, then releasing it.
失误率会很高，所以说我们弹击啊，一定要学会拿第三点，从上往下压下去。那么这个弹的时候，大家可以发现，它更多的是蓄力后弹。
It uses stored energy combined with borrowed force. You don't need to load up like a loop at the fourth point. Keep your center of gravity slightly higher, rise onto the balls of your feet, heels off the ground, maintaining an aggressive stance. Mastering the punch also builds a foundation for advanced backhand techniques like close stable rips, power rips, and active defense.
反手再进阶的一个近台快撕加力撕，或者说主动防守的一个技术都是有利的。所以说我们
The first key posture for the punch. Maintain a top-down position, like looking down from above, pressing downward. This creates invisible pressure on your opponent. Imagine I'm across from you. Punching down from above, your opponent feels like they're being hammered downward. They won't know where to move and will instinctively defend upward. That's the most important element and the biggest threat of the punch. Now watch my key movement. The power framework is actually identical to our basic backhand structure, 3 points aligned, hips back. But as I said, keep the center of gravity slightly higher, more aggressive, pressing from top to bottom.
最关键的一个动作是，同样的，其实发力的整个框架啊，跟我们反手最开始的框架都是一模一样的啊，都是3点一线啊，屁股往后。那么弹我说了，重心稍微高一点是吧？强势一点，从上往下，从上往下。
Pressing from top to bottom. Now if the ball has no high point like a low ball, don't attempt the punch. The punch requires the ball's highest point to be above net height. Otherwise, just transition normally. The punch is really about timing. You must capture the right moment. When the ball rises above the net, that's your opportunity.
做好这个时机，你看这个球还是有机会，哎，它比网高，哎，那么这个时候我们重心刚刚强
As
调了，
emphasized, keep your center of gravity higher than normal for rips or loops. Stay aggressive. The force direction goes forward and downward, forward right down, or straight forward down depending on the ball. How do you determine your exact force direction? Fix your stance based on your own height. Everyone's proportions differ, so find what's comfortable for you. No need to copy a specific player's elbow angle. Adjust to your own body and always take that third point.
按照自己的这个身高比例，你怎么舒服怎么来，没有必要说按照某一个球星的这种抬走的角度啊，一定要根据你自己稍微什么，所有弹球，你看，把第三点对吧？我们
The key principle, keep your hand above the ball, the racket head just slightly higher than the ball, about 3 centimeters above. After setting your elbow position, keep it fixed, don't wobble. Watch me. My arm stays stable. The movement comes from the body moving forward. The punch works the same way. Don't deliberately take a backswing. If you do, you'll lose the timing and miss that third point.
大家可以看到，我走是固定的，主要是什么？靠身体跟前臂走。那么弹也是啊，不要刻意的引拍，因为你看我一引拍不好找点，看见没？你一引拍 找不到第三点。
Visually, it may look like there's a backswing, but it's just the body pulling back slightly. Then when you strike, the body carries the hand forward. That's it. By not pulling the arm back separately, you can more accurately capture the highest point and strike right there. If you add an arm backswing after tracking the ball, you'll miss the timing.
能够在最高点出手，很多时候你们捕捉，其实眼睛捕捉最高点很简单，对吧？但是你捕捉完以后，你再拉手啊。
That third point will escape. You might be early or late. So remember, don't actively backswing with the arm. Let the body do the backswing, then move forward. Now here's another crucial point. Don't fully extend your arm when punching. Keep some energy in reserve for recovery. Don't swing all the way out like this. That's a one-shot deal. After you punch, your opponent may still return it, so you need to be ready for the next ball. Always retain that loaded feeling, arms slightly bent, prepared for the follow-up. Now for the final point.
手臂棒，哎，棒有一个制动的感觉，棒有一个制动，棒这种感觉，哎，不要完全，啊，这样是不可取的啊，因为其实这样有点像一锤子买卖，哎，我打了就没了。咱们还是说弹完以后，对手还有来回，还能再扛一板的话。 那么我们还是要有一个还原准备一个下一板。那么最后一个点是最关键的。
The most critical point: grip the racket tighter during the punch compared to continuous rips or drives. Why? We don't use wrist flipping to punch. Although the wrist can produce that punching sound, it's very unstable. Moving the wrist is like adding a backswing, making it hard to find the third point. So the wrist stays completely fixed throughout. Some players like to raise the racket head, which is fine, but I recommend dropping the wrist slightly. This allows you to add spin when needed. Keep the wrist locked in a fixed position from back to front.
这个其实也没关系。那么尽量建议大家是什么？我们吊手腕，还是有利于你之后一个加摩擦，随时可以加摩擦的一个版型。吊手腕，然后我们手腕采取一个固定的姿态，从后往前搭，永远是固定的。
Lock the wrist in place. That's what gives the punch its stability. Watch, very stable. Don't flip the wrist to hit the ball. Many players make this mistake, whipping the wrist for power or better contact. Eliminate that wrist flick entirely. Keep it fixed. Once you do, you'll find that using forward body movement, the stability and explosive power will both come naturally. Practice these elements step by step.
免掉甩手腕这个环节，一定要把它固定起来。固定以后，你会发现用前臂这个肌肉多了，哎，它的稳定性跟爆发力也是能够出来的。